This is the worst feeling in the world. Closing the door on my dog. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys about a trading algo called Nurp Capital that blew up and lost everyone all their money this past summer. And that accounted for, I think, $10 million of client funds is what I'm hearing. So let's talk about it. This is algorithmic trading in the Forex space. So I discovered this firm, Nurp Capital, maybe a year and a half ago, and it was something that I looked into seriously as someone interested in the industry, and also as a potential investing opportunity, as a way to outsource my trading, delegate it. So they were showing these crazy returns, and I decided to hop on a sales call with them. And they're saying average 10% a month return, average 10% a month return. Sounds too good to be true, right? Anyways, as far as the product, it was priced between like $10,000 and $20,000. And prodding them on what the strategy was, it was a Martingale strategy. So what a Martingale strategy is, by the way, Martingale isn't like a price action strategy or a trading strategy that you think of. Martingale is a risk management strategy where you double down on losers with the idea that price is going to normalize and come back, and you can turn almost any loser into a winner. And it actually does work if you have infinite capital. But the problem is, in these rare black swan events where price goes really extreme, it's possible you don't have enough capital and you lose everything. I'm really not a fan of averaging down, of doubling down. The opposite, I like to cut my losers. I'm a fan of pyramiding, which is where you add to winners with stop loss. So I asked the guy on the call, like, show me, does this ever blown up? Can you tell me it ever blew up? And he's like, he was able to tell me that some accounts blew up in, I think, March 2022, or was it 2023? When there was the crypto bank failure, Silvergate. I think that was March 2023, actually, coming out of the bear. So I knew about Martingale strategy actually because when I was growing up, I used to watch CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. I think there was a CSI Miami where part of the plot was a guy had a Martingale strategy at a casino, and he had enough money to make like 12 successive doubling bets, and he lost 12 straight times and lost everything and then killed himself. So that left a mark on me of it's possible to lose everything. And by the way, casinos usually have protections against Martingale where they have a max betting size anyways. So eventually you hit a wall and you can't double. All that said, I remember looking through some threads where there was a guy arguing with the owner, Jeff, saying like, you're gonna blow up eventually. The MyFX books for Nurp's main strategy, FedBot, actually showed negative pips, which means it was actually a losing strategy, and it was only profitable because it had survived survived by martingaling. But it wasn't willing to realize losses, the system of just like, if the price moves against you, you double the position. If it moves against you again, you double it again. You can see how that can cause you to lose heaps of money. So I forgot about Nurp for maybe a year and a half. But recently, since we've been developing crypto bots, and we're thinking about how to bring them to market, and I've been promoting and selling a trading system, and this isn't an advertisement for my systems, this is just an educational story. I started to look at competitors and look at ads and stuff like that. So Nurp came back on my radar, and I decided to check them out. And their Trustpilot is terrible. I guess what happened was, in July and August, July 31st and August, if you guys don't remember, last year, 2024, there was a huge volatility event that was caused by Japan changing their rates. So Japan raised their rates for the first time in a really long time, and it broke some things. And if you look at the charts, things went crazy. The yen just went in a straight line against everything for days, like a week, a massive move. It moved like a year's worth of volatility in a week. And that spilled over to equity markets. The Japanese equity market dumped. It also spilled over to US equity markets. That was the biggest move of last year, as NASDAQ had a 20% drawdown in like a week, which is technically a bear market. But that was the August low, and it rebounded from there. And that also turned out to be the bottom for Bitcoin and a lot of the cryptos. So anyways, with this Martingale strategy that Nurp was doing, is as the yen moved against them, they added to the position, and the yen kept moving against them, and they kept adding to it. So the trust pilot is full of people who lost $100,000, stories of people losing $1 million, where they're trying to add margin to not realize the loss, and they end up losing everything. And the comments, not just there, but in Discord, and I found in Reddit, are people saying like, almost everyone lost all their money in 1 week, or really in a couple days. Almost everyone lost all their money, $10 million in client losses, and just an absolute shit show. People are paying like $20,000. Some guy paid like, 20 grand to get in, and then that was end of July, and like 2 weeks later lost $100,000. So one, I'm super glad I was able to see that for what it was. And I'm also really glad that I was able to, I have, 5 years in, and I haven't had a lose everything moment, which happens to people. Any kind of drawdown I have is more death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? I take the stop loss and I try again. As far as my trading, or our bots, I will never use Martingale. It's not to say like accounts can't draw down, have massive drawdowns, but Martingale is just set up to lose when these big events happen. So, our back tests, we've expanded them, include COVID crash, include all these other as many stress tests as we can of extreme market movements, and make sure that our system survives. But yeah, you have to be really careful when trading in general. You have to be careful when trading. You have to be careful when managing risk. You got to pay attention, and I want you guys to do your due diligence and study. And that includes, if you're interested in my system and our systems, whether that's our Market Timing Pro investing system and our Crypto Edge Pro crypto bot trading system, is take a look at it. Does it make sense to you? Try to pick it apart. Anyways, it's not for offer yet. I'm posting updates. MTP is for offer, but as far as and actually MTP is getting automated. It's automatable. So look for updates on that. And basically, I found it can be automated. I just have to do a little bit more work. And through a third-party plugin, which is like $20 a month. No code from us. But yeah, the bots I've been posting on Instagram and Discord. But yeah, we're never gonna promise like average 10% returns a month. I have no idea what's gonna happen, man. I expect this edge to play out in a long time, but if you see something that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If it's offering like guaranteed returns, like, no, that's not how the market works. There's gonna be losing periods. There's gonna be drawdowns, and I can't believe Facebook has even allowed them to market that the way it is. So yeah, RIP Nurp Capital. Although it looks like they're still going, and they raised their price to like $40,000. So crazy. Absolute scammers. Honestly, kind of evil if you ask me. Alright, we're here to the surf spot. I'm gonna go check it out. Appreciate y'all, much love. And if you're interested in the trading systems, there's a link down below. Okay, appreciate you. Peace.